Today, I want to talk the truth about mom burnout and why it's not about the cleaning or the tasks themselves. Because I know so many of us wrestle with what I'm about to ask you, but do you ever feel like the weight of your entire family's emotional well being is sitting squarely on your shoulders? When it comes to cleaning, cooking, or just making sure everything runs smoothly at home, do you feel like you're solely responsible for keeping everyone happy, regulated, and content? And maybe, just maybe, you're also attaching how good of a mom or partner you are to the results of all that work. Well, you're not alone in that, but friend, we need to have a conversation about this because frankly, that weight, it is too much and it's not yours to carry all by yourself. And it's probably why you feel overwhelmed, stressed, and even paralyzed when it comes to managing all of those care tasks around the home. So there's this thing that many of us do, and I know it because I've done it too, where we try to take ownership of everything. We're not just folding laundry or making dinner, we're subconsciously attaching how our family feels about the dinner or the state of the house to our identity as a mom. Did they like the meal? Did they notice the clean floors? Did I do enough? But I want you to hear me now. You can't carry that load, not only because it's impossible, but because it's not your responsibility. Yes, show up for your family. Yes, create a home that feels safe and comforting. Yes, find joy and pride in that. But here's the thing, how they feel about the meal or the mess or the laundry at the end of the day, that's not about you and it's not in your control. Your worth and your role as a mom are not defined by those things. It's like this idea Mel Robbins talks about, the let them philosophy. And here's how we're going to apply it. So imagine this, you're eating dinner and someone in your family doesn't like the meal that you lovingly put together. And what if instead of shrinking inside or feeling frustrated or feeling like a failure, you think, let them. Let them not like it. I made the meal with love, I showed up, and that's enough, and it's really not that big of a deal. You're not in charge of how everyone feels. You're not responsible for managing everyone's emotional states all the time. Sure, you can make something else for dinner next time, or make it more of an occasional meal, which means there's a fix. So in that moment, all you have to do is let them. Your job is simply to manage your energy, preserve your peace, and create a home that provides tools for emotional regulation, not take on 100% of everyone else's moods and feelings. So this brings us to the homemaking itself. Cleaning, organizing, cooking, it's really easy to fall into the trap of thinking these tasks define us. If the house is spotless, then I'm a good mom. If it's messy, I'm failing. But what if we reframed it? Instead of seeing these care tasks as measures of your worth, see them as ways to create a haven, a space where you and your family can breathe, rest, and feel supported. They are tools in your arsenal. Think of your home as basically an emotional anchor. When you clear the clutter, it's not about having a Pinterest perfect living room. It's about creating a space where everyone's nervous system can settle a little bit, and that includes yours. Cleaning isn't about making things look perfect. It's about making them feel good. And here's the best part, you don't have to do it all at once, and you don't have to do it perfectly. If you're making 5 minutes of progress at a time, you're winning. You don't have to go back and get caught up and binge clean and all that. You just need to make progress currently. So what about overcoming paralysis? I know firsthand that when the mess feels too big or you're used to carrying all the emotional weight and responsibility, it's super easy to freeze. And that's where paralysis sets in, and suddenly even starting a small task feels completely impossible. But there are tools and strategies to help you break out of that, and I'm going to share some of my favorites. So first is start small, like ridiculously small. If you're looking around at a mountain of housework, pick one super manageable thing, like just gathering up the trash you see. That's it. So no organizing, no deep cleaning, just trash. And then if you've got a little bit of momentum from that, maybe you move to another small task like unload the dishwasher or throw one load of laundry in the washing machine. Now, this is where routines like my Domestic Daydreams podcast cleaning routines really shine. I created it for moments just like this, and it's all about breaking down cleaning into simple, manageable steps and getting your brain to do it on autopilot. You don't need to figure out where to start. You just press play on one of my podcast cleaning routines and follow the routine. So for example, airing your bed for the day takes maybe 2 minutes, and starting one load of laundry, another 2. You'll be shocked at how those pockets of action really add up. I've poured my heart into creating a membership that literally guides you through these steps. So imagine waking up, pressing play, and having a cozy 1950s radio show playing in the background while I pop in every few minutes walking you through your morning routine. And after 30 minutes, your beds are aired, your laundry started, dishes are done, clutter's been picked up, a weekly task has been done, and you didn't even have to think about it. And it doesn't even stop there, because my evening routine episodes help you wind down the day, picking up toys, putting away laundry, and finishing in a way that feels calm and manageable and not chaotic. But you totally don't have to use my routine. You can find my cleaning routine written out on my blog for free episodes of the podcast on my YouTube. Regardless, it's just about finding the small actions that you can take and starting. Now, finally, Mama, I want you to ask yourself this. Where are you holding on to responsibility that isn't truly yours? Maybe it's feeling like you failed because a family member was in a bad mood. Maybe it's believing you need to do it all for your home to feel like a safe haven. But here's the thing, you inherently are already enough. Your home doesn't need to be perfect. Dinner doesn't need to please everyone every single night. What you can do is provide the tools your family needs to manage their emotions, a calming space, regular meals, love, effort. You're showing up, and that's really what makes relationships work and homes work. You're allowed to release the messy emotions you've been carrying, where you shame yourself based off of every little reaction that everyone else has. Because at the end of the day, what matters is this. A haven isn't about perfection. It's about presence, and it's about progress, and it's about showing up in love and not overwhelm. And if you're here, I already know that you are so good at showing up, even when it doesn't feel that way to you. Okay, let's take a deep breath together. Here's what I want you to take with you today. You don't have to bear all the weight. You're allowed to let them when their moods and their emotions really belong to them, not you. You don't have to take ownership of them. Obviously, responsibility. This isn't talking about like when you do something to hurt someone, obviously you need to repair that. But other than that, you need to focus on what you can control, your energy, your environment, the efforts you're making to love your family and yourself. And my promise to you is this, that the tools are here, whether it's taking small steps with routines, finding momentum with one of my ADHD cleaning hacks. I have a bunch of videos of that on my channel or in my podcasts. Or if it's letting my Domestic Daydreams Radio membership guide you through your cleaning, you don't have to do this alone. And be sure to check it out because I've got some free episodes in the show notes for you. All you have to do is click play whenever you need a little motivation, and we'll tackle those messes together, because you deserve a home that feels like the haven it was always meant to be. You've got this, and I'm cheering for you, and I hope that pep talk today was what you needed to hear and helped you. If it was, be sure to share this episode with someone that you think may need to hear this too, and we'll see you next time. This podcast was brought to you by my Domestic Daydreams Radio membership, the only podcast cleaning routine membership where you just press play, and in 30 minutes, you've cleaned your house on autopilot while listening to binge-worthy 1950s radio shows like Suspense, Dragnet, Fibber McGee and Molly, and Father Knows Best. Don't forget to grab your free episodes in the show notes.